E3 2015 is just right around the corner, and it's time for speculation to run wild as the date moves ever closer. June 16th is a date of importance for those who cater more towards the Nintendo side of the video game spectrum, as they are hosting yet another Nintendo digital event just like last year. You know, the one where Reggie burned someone alive because they asked about Mother 3? Yeah, that one. But anyways, I've been wanting to make an E3 2015 predictions video centered all around Nintendo, but I kept postponing it until the great and benevolent Baydox inspired me to do this in all his great wisdom. He made a video about 10 Nintendo games that wouldn't be at E3 2015, but I'm going to tear that video to shreds with my sexy voice and share with you 10 Nintendo predictions that may appear at E3 2015. So sit back, kick your feet up, and gnaw on some Doritos, because here we go. One Wii U game that I hear no one ever talking about is Project Treasure. It's a title that has flown mostly under the radar ever since its announcement in the January 2015 Nintendo Direct, and to people's credit there is a good reason for that, because there's not much to talk about. I have a sneaking suspicion that Bandai Namco's free-to-play game will be getting a proper introduction at this year's E3, with a gameplay trailer and details to boot. I'm very curious about this one, because it has a neat premise, as it's an online 4-player cooperative action game where you complete various stages by disarming traps, routing enemies, and collecting treasure. The whole concept of seizing treasure seems like it would be addicting, and I just get a whole Monster Hunter vibe from this game we know so little about. The one thing that does throw up a red flag is that it is free to play, so we can probably expect microtransactions. It would be really nice if you can experience all of what the game offers without paying a single cent if you don't want to, but maybe I'm just being a little too hopeful. Either way, expect to hear more about Project Treasure during Nintendo's digital event, and it will probably be showcased in the Nintendo Treehouse Live. We're closing in on 5 years since the last Metroid game was released, that being the highly controversial Metroid Other M from Team Ninja. We know that the famous Texas-based developer Retro Studios has been working on a new project since late 2013 after development of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze wrapped up. Plus, it's also been revealed through fans snooping around that they are working on something that uses a new engine. Since Retro has much experience with Metroid, we could be seeing a teaser trailer for the next installment during the digital event. If Retro is indeed the studio working on the game, I don't see them being finished with it by the end of 2015. By that time, they would have only been working on the project for 2 years, so we might be graced with a 2016 release date at the end of the trailer. I'm going to assume they'll be taking a step away from the Prime series and taking us someplace new in the Metroid canon. Where? I don't know. I'm not a Metroid aficionado. Ask him. Definitely him. I made a video back in August of 2014 about how we need a new Paper Mario game for Wii U, and well, that argument still stands, as Nintendo has yet to announce a new installment in this beloved series for the system. From the conception of the franchise, we received a new Paper Mario game for each Nintendo system except the Nintendo DS, and now it's about time the Wii U got the chance to shine. I wasn't a fan of Sticker Star as it went in a direction that just didn't feel right, but these problems could be rectified in the Wii U game as Nintendo hopefully took the criticism to heart. So that can mean exciting and unique characters, a compelling story, a more expansive combat system that can utilize the power of the Wii U gamepad, and partners. Bring back the partners, like the Yoshinator. He's cool. And akin to Metroid, I'm going to guess and say that Paper Mario would come out in 2016. But maybe Intelligent Systems has been working on it for some time now and we'll have it done by the end of the year. Who knows, but that'd be great. If there is one game that has a 100% chance of appearing at E3 2015, it's the brand new Starfox game for Wii U. Not too long ago, Shigeru Miyamoto sat down with the Smosh gang and answered some questions, and wouldn't you know, Starfox barrel-rolled onto the scene. There, the live-act guru himself confirmed that a playable demo for Starfox Wii U would be available at E3 2015. So, unless they're going to pull a Zelda Wii U, which I really doubt they will, Starfox Wii U is going to have a big presence at the event. An amazing and space-tastic trailer is no doubt going to be featured in the digital event, where we will finally get some glorious footage of the game outside of that one off-screen screenshot we've had to stare at for a year. We already know that Starfox Wii U will be releasing this year, but I'm going to guess that the big end will push the game back as far as possible so they can flesh it out. So a vague winter 2015 release date is plausible. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo revealed that Project Giant Robot and Project Guard are actually a part of Starfox Wii U. Miyamoto has hinted in the past that these games could show up in Starfox. You can even see a Starfox logo on the security cameras in Project Guard. If that isn't a major clue, I don't know what is. Fans have been waiting for the day that Nintendo announces the next installment in the Animal Crossing franchise on Wii U, and this year's E3 might actually be the time. Nintendo teased us back in 2013 with, in my opinion, the rather lackluster Animal Crossing Plaza that was released on the Wii U eShop, where we could see the animal folk in all their HD glory. We're closing in on 3 years now since New Leaf took root on the 3DS, and that's the same time gap we had between Wild World on the DS and City Folk on the Wii. Now, that doesn't mean I'm expecting Animal Crossing U to come out this year, because I'm not, as it may end up being pushed into the second half of 2016. But what I am expecting is a trailer of sorts introducing new mechanics and showing off how beautiful the game will look in all its high definition goodness. We do have the Happy Home Designer game coming out later this year for the 3DS, so maybe that will have some sort of connectivity with Animal Crossing U. Plus, there's the Animal Crossing Amiibo cards launching alongside the game, and if my life depended on it, I'd bet those cards will work with the Wii U game. Count on it, because holy canoodles, would it be cheaper and easier to make a bajillion cards than a bajillion Animal Crossing figurines, although that would be cool and expensive. More information on the Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem crossover Wii U game has been a long time coming. Originally being announced back in January of 2013 with next to zero information to back it up, and then 2 years later finally getting our first in-game footage during the April 2015 Direct, but with even that, details are still scarce. I'm expecting Nintendo to cook up a brand spanking new trailer for this crossover to give us a more in-depth look at the game's mechanics, a better understanding of the story's premise, and overall just how exactly this game will combine the two series. To get fans screaming at their computers and flipping their tables over in excitement, I wouldn't put it past them to tease the familiar Fire Emblem character or characters that will make an appearance in the game. Marth, Roy, Ike, Lucina, and everyone's favorite, Tharja. Oh yeah, it's possible. Even though it seems like Intelligent Systems has had quite an extensive amount of time working on the project, I'm not expecting Nintendo to poop this game out in 2015 for North America. I wouldn't hold your breath on a concrete release date either. Maybe they'll slap on a first half of 2016 release. Zelda Wii U. Wait, hold it. Nintendo specifically said that Zelda Wii U would not be at E3 2015, so what in tarnation am I blabbering about? Well, remember when they said they didn't have any plans to make smartphone games? Yeah, Now, I'm not saying that Zelda Wii U will have some big presence at the event, because surely it will not. It's not going to be playable on the E3 show floor or be showcased during the Nintendo Treehouse Live. What I am staying optimistic about is another teaser trailer like the one we got last year to keep the hype going and get people to talk and speculate. Nintendo wouldn't need to explain or go into detail about the game's new mechanics. I would just expect there to be a trailer and boom, that's it. I would assume they would tack it on to the end of the digital event to finish on a high note, and that way they wouldn't have to talk about it. They can pull the same move they did when the purple Pikmin himself unveiled a Link Between Worlds at the end of that one Direct years ago, so why not do it again? Nintendo's not quite done with Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U, and I'm expecting to see an announcement for a new, or even a couple new DLC fighters at E3 2015. It's not going to have anything to do with the Smash Bros. Fighter ballot, since the deadline for that doesn't end until October. But Sakurai and his team might have other characters in the works that we just don't know about. There was a rumor of Ryu and Roy joining the fray because of supposed sound clips found in the game, so these are two potential candidates that could be revealed. I could really do without Roy since he's just another sword-wielding Fire Emblem character, but Ryu from Street Fighter could be an awesome addition. On the other hand, we can't forget about the blonde beauty known as Lucas, as he is scheduled to PK teleport into the game this June. And maybe, just maybe, they'll announce that he'll release right after the digital event. I mean, it's not like Nintendo hasn't done this before when it comes to their directs. Or it could be that he'll come out that Thursday, which would be June 18th. I'm banking on one of those 2 days. I know these things. My dad works at Nintendo. Remember when Bill Trinen of Nintendo said that there would not be a new Mario game released in 2015? They never said anything about announcing a new Mario game, so that's what I'm predicting. A new platform adventure for us to salivate over. It is the 30th anniversary of Mario, so it is as good a time as any for a platformer featuring the one and only Plumpy Plumber to be unveiled. And no, I'm not talking about a 2D platformer like New Super Mario Bros., since Iwata said they only make one per platform. but I'm talking about something along the lines of Super Mario Galaxy, or hey, even Sunshine. An HD or 3D remake of Sunshine would be nice since I've never experienced the game myself, but I'd rather have an adventure that is brand new, so Galaxy 3 is more up my alley. Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'd love to see a more expansive and more beautifully detailed journey through the cosmos. Again, since the Big N said that a new Mario game wouldn't be released in 2015, apparently Mario Maker doesn't count, they can just reveal it and then release it in 2016. Simple as that. So Nintendo, make it happen at E3. The Wii U needs another awesome Mario platformer. Remember that cool piece of portable hardware that Nintendo released back in February that has an Eraserhead stick and more power to play exclusive games? Yeah, me too. The thing is, the new 3DS XL only has one exclusive game to its name, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, which is a super duper awesome, amazing, cool, and tantalizing game, but it needs more games to call its own. And I'm expecting the Big N to announce at least one new exclusive title for the new 3DS XL at E3. I do hope it's not just another remake, unless it's Sunshine. As for a title that would warrant it being an exclusive, that would have to be something that is pretty ambitious. Maybe it will turn out to be a first-person Metroid game. I mean, the C-Stick would work as a nice way to control the aiming reticle, so that's always a possibility. I just don't want the new XL to be a remake machine, and I definitely don't want to see Twilight Princess 3D. But whatever it turns out to be, I think it would be safe to assume that we'll be seeing a new 3DS XL exclusive game at E3 2015. So that's about it for me, folks. I'm getting tired of talking. Those were 10 of my Nintendo predictions and hopes for E3 2015, and now it's your turn. What do you think the Big N and the Fizumec are cooking up to surprise us with this year? A new Golden Sun, a remake of Ice Climbers, a sequel to Kid Icarus Uprising, whatever could they be up to? This is BradleyNews11 signing off, and as my main man once said, my body is ready.